Is anybody here got a new way of living? Anybody got a new way of giving? What I want you to do is get up out of the seats. Come on and help us move ahead and give God some praise. If y'all don't mind, come on.
Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm your boy, Minister J. Carson, better known as the Bishop of Music, right here on the Praise Factory show. Y'all know what? I am so excited. I'm so excited about today. Yes, today is Sunday. Today's a brand new day. Whatever happened yesterday, it's gone. Whatever happened last night, it's gone. Today is a brand new day. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. And I am just excited for you to join us this morning. Listen, it's not going to be long, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I want to say good morning to all of the viewers, listeners, everybody on Instagram, Facebook Live, and YouTube Live. Good morning to you all. Instagram, y'all be doing it up. So I have to say good morning to you. I have 34,000, I think, at this point, 34,000 viewers and followers on Instagram, and my numbers I'm still working on my numbers on Facebook. That's the older crowd for Facebook, but Instagram be doing their thing. I am so excited for you to join me this morning. I am excited. Okay, so listen, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it just like this. We have a legend. We have a legend that is, I believe this is basically, I think it's his first time being on the Praise Factory show. Um, but I've been knowing him for quite some time now, and I am just really, really honored that he took the time out to come and share with us. And I am excited. Um, all right. So I see everybody coming on. This is what I want you to do. This is today. Today is very special for me, and I'm telling you, because this legend, he is a legend. When I mean a legend, I mean a legend, not as in old washed up, but I'm talking about he's relevant today. Still, I need everybody to share, to get these numbers up. I'm not going to bring him home, and I'm going to play another song of his in the group, but just let's get these numbers up just a little bit more. I need you to share YouTube. Please share the YouTube link. If you have not subscribed, please go subscribe to the Praise Factory on YouTube. Instagram, I need you all to share like crazy this morning, because this man of God, this artist, he is phenomenal songwriter, producer. I know he's a musician as well, and God has been using him throughout the years and his journey of this thing called gospel music, and I'm excited about it. I want to say good morning to all of the viewers. I do see you all on my comments here. Uh, Good morning. I do see everybody. I see everybody. Sister Diane, I see you. I see everybody here. Everybody is still here. Um, so anyway, I want to say good morning to Michael English. Good morning. When you come in, please, you all, can you please let me know where you're viewing from, what city, what state? Put your city and state, so me and Dr. George Dean will know where you're listening from, and I know he would want to know, and I would want to know where you're listening and viewing from. I do see Evangelist Wanda Lane from Reedsville, North Carolina. Good morning to you. Alicia, my good friend, Alicia Mott from Orlando, Florida. Good morning to you. My big sister Diane Ingram is on from Orlando, Florida. Good morning. Dora Freeman from DeLand, Sanford area. Good morning to you. Tim Frierson is another great artist there. Tim Frierson, Tupelo, Mississippi. Good morning to you. Tupelo, Mississippi is in the house this morning. First Lady, my big sister, First Lady Marie Merrick, she's here from Titusville, Florida. Titusville, and she shared it. All right. I appreciate you sharing it. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking here. Latricia Young from down south. Okay, I see y'all. I'm just acknowledging everybody. That's West Palm Beach. Okay, all right. Well, good morning to everybody. Please share, and share again. As I said, we're going to be speaking with I call him Doctor, the great Dr. George Dean. Listen, y'all, it's an honor. It's an honor. But listen, there's a song here that I want to play before I bring him on. And he has many hits. When I say many, I mean many. Many hits. But I'm going to bring him on. Before I bring him on, there's there's many hits that I love, but this one song is dear to my heart, and it stays on repeat. I see your comments. I'm going to read all your comments and all of what you're saying about Dr. George Dean, and I'm gonna read them all. So he'll see. I don't know if he can see them, but I'm gonna read them all. We're gonna get through this thing, all right, y'all. So I see the numbers rising, and that's a good thing. I want you all to share, wake people up. I don't care. Text them, let them know that Dr. George Dean is on the Praise Factory show with the Bishop of Music. This song says "One More Blessing," and this song is really, really dear to me. The Gospel 4 has many, many hits, but they have songs where you can just put it in your car. You can ride to Germany if you want to. You could fly to Germany. You could be on a boat. I don't care where you at in the world, in the country. You can put in their music and just be at peace. I mean, they have some really, really music that will bless, songs that will bless your life. So this song just simply says, "One More Blessing." This is by George Dean and the Gospel 4. And after this song, we will be speaking with George Dean himself, the man himself. We'll be right back.
When I got up this morning and I saw a new day, I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent my way. When I looked around and I saw everybody doing okay, I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent. Lord, you bless me over and over and all through the day. I said, one more blessing. When I got up this morning and I kneeled down to pray, I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent my way. And then he said, whatever is right, he said, I will pay. I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent my way. You bless me over and over and all through the day. I said, one more blessing, Lord. You know what? Lord, you blessed me with joy and peace. And then you told me you would supply my need. And when things in my life, they turn cloudy and gray, oh, you keep on sending blessing my way. When I got up this morning, I kneeled down to pray. I said, one more blessing, Lord, you send my way. You know what? My got funny, but my bills you helped me to pay. I said one more blessing. You sent you blessed me over and over again. One more blessing that you sent my way. Lord, you blessed me with joy and peace. And then he told me he would supply all my needs. And when things in my life, they turn cloudy and gray, Lord, you keep on sending blessing my way. When I got up this morning, I kneel down to pray.
Alicia Creighton of Buttercups Cake in a Cup, and I'm excited to see you at the next event. You're listening to the Praise Factory Show with the Bishop of Music, J. Carson.
All right. We are excited, and I'm going to not waste any more time, basically to bring this young man on by the name of George Dean. I call him Dr. George Dean. Let me see if I can get his, see how okay, yeah, we do it like that right there. There we go. All right, I want to get him a little closer. And you bring your phone, bring your device down just a little bit so we can see your face. There we go. Good morning, and good morning again, sir.
Good morning. How in the world are you, sir?
Man, I am outstanding.
It sounds like me.
Yes, sir. I'm outstanding. But how are you doing this morning? I know it's an early Sunday morning and time is a little different. So I do want to say, express my appreciation for you coming on the Praise Factory Show this morning with the world and just sharing with us this morning.
Hey, man, I have no problem. I had no problem getting up as well. I'm glad to do this for sure, man. I appreciate it actually for allowing me to do it. So I'm good, sir.
Amen. So I'm glad that you did get up this morning because that's one more blessing.
That's what I'm talking about. Look out, man.
Your way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So I would like for you to just for the viewers that are on, and this will be replayed again throughout the day. We're gonna do replays throughout the day, and also tomorrow morning early. I always do that because people be going to work, so they get a chance to get on and see. And it will be on YouTube as well, so we can go back and watch it over and over again and listen to it over and over again, because you are a man of wisdom and you are a man of God. And I do know that. And you mean what you say, and you say what you mean, and you mean
for
business
sure
with the Lord. So I really, really appreciate you coming on. But introduce yourself. I mean, people already know who you are, but just go ahead and say a little brief introduction to everybody.
Well. Good morning to all the viewers that here for sure. I am George Dean from the beginning even to now. That name has stuck with me for sure. I am the lead singer for the Gospel 4 of here in Memphis, Tennessee. And of course, we've been doing this for a long time, since like 1966. So we've been on this road for a long time, but I thank God for what he gave us to sing and the people that we're blessed, be able to bless through our songs.
Amen. Well, I do know you have many, many hits, and I'm going to get right into it. You are a great songwriter, phenomenal vocalist, arranger, and the list goes on and on. I mean, your bio is too big for my computer system. But tell me a
Oh
few
God.
things that you've done in your musical journey. Who have you been on the road with and all of that good stuff?
Well, actually, just about any artist, big or small, that you could name, we've been on show with them for sure.
Hmm.
Even from the Shirley Caesars, the Mighty Clouds, the even Spencer Taylor,
Hmm.
and actually I got a few things from Mr. Spencer. I liked his smoothness, and there was one thing that kind of caught me as a young boy. So
Hmm.
I liked it. So when I started writing, it would kind of have something to do with the softness and be sure people hear what you have to say.
Hmm.
So just about any group that you can name, we've pretty much been on the road with them. Of course, my buddy, of course, was Mr. Lee Williams. He and I was knowing each other for 30 or 40 years, before people just really realized who he was. We did a
Yes.
lot of programs together. And it was a trust factor between he and I, and for me to be able to work with him. Um, there was, he was kind of corny a little bit too. He'd make you laugh about a lot of different things.
You're right. Right. And he would laugh a lot. He loved to laugh.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, yes, he did, man. But Joe did too, and I mean, I've just been with a lot of different groups for sure, man. And I've written for a lot of groups, so that helps as well.
Yes, sir.
Um, even Jackson Southern William Brothers. I can just go on. I could go on and on and on. But we've had a chance to incorporate ourselves, with them as well on
Hmm.
stage, and we're friends, which means a lot to me. Uh, Even the Jews and you name them, we've been there. Thank God
Wow.
for that too.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So now your journey, your musical journey, and uh, I didn't send you any questions so you can review and all that. I don't do all that. But what I
Okay.
am we're gonna flow with it just for a few minutes, and then we're gonna play some of your hits that you've had for many many years. But your musical journey, how many years total?
Actually, see, with the group, it's been since 1966.
Wow.
But I was actually uh, singing way before then.
Hmm.
Uh, and it kind of like started to happen to me from college. When I met one of the guys, and he and I decided to start the group.
Okay.
Before then, I played piano for a church for a while. I played guitar for the group and that kind of thing until things got better and better, where I could just come straight on out and do my thing from the front side. I listen a lot to people's talk, things that happens in the world, and for some reason, God just placed things in my memory,
Hmm.
and for some reason, I can't get away from it until I do something about it,
Hmm.
and so that I know I'm being led. So I go from that, And my thing is, I just want to get on the floor and express what God has actually expressed within me,
Hmm.
and let it do whatever it do. I don't try to ever out sing nobody or blah blah. That's total. All of that is totally unnecessary. We
Yes,
just be
sir.
who we are, and that people can feel you when you are who you are. I feel so.
Hmm.
This journey has been actually good for me. I've had a chance to write for a lot of different peoples and be on stage, as we say, with a lot of great singers, man.
Hmm.
Great, but that's part of my journey. Cause
Right.
now I'm 66. I started. That's been a long time ago. I'm much older than then.
Yeah. Yeah. That was way before I was even thought of.
See that? See that? You see what I'm talking about?
But I count it an honor because you're still here. That's the thing. You are still
That's
here.
true.
You're still on the
That's
road. You're
true.
still singing. You're still relevant. And I mean, truly relevant. Because when you walk in the building, everything just shuts down. Period.
Now I don't know about all that. That That's putting me on a high level, man. Let me stay on down here.
But what I like about you, I'm telling you, man, what I love about you is you're humble.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, there's a
It's
song
funny.
you wrote. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. It's funny that that when things were starting to happen with me, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I was kind of like working on this job, and that's when this song came to me. And instead of raving and doing stuff like that or saying stuff that shouldn't be said,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, that's when it came to me that I want to be blessed for my humbleness. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, the song came already laid out. All I had to do was open my mouth, and boom, it just bounced out like that, man. So one day on the job, actually, and I was saying to myself, I want to be blessed. It come to me like that. I want to be blessed. Blessed for your humbleness is what it said. And I
Mm-hmm.
took it from there and wrote the whole song. But the song was actually for me and for my life in order to flow and minister and people see the sincerity. It was actually for me. So I wanted to be blessed for my humbleness. So I try to stay humble even to this day.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
even when things are critical or when people are frustrated and people say the wrong things to you, I'm still trying to be humble.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's best to close your mouth and walk away or et cetera, et cetera, but I'm gonna stay humble because because of my humbleness, and excuse me, because of my humbleness,
Mm-hmm.
God has also put a lot of blessings in my path and which have been very, very good for me. It's kind of like I was looking for a job one day. The person called me. He said, "Come take an interview." I came, went in an interview. We talked, blah blah. We talked that day. He called me to work the next day, and 38 years later, you know, uh,
Wow.
uh, you know what I'm saying. But it's
Yeah.
just a blessing that God sends, and I think the humbleness has something to do with that as well, for sure. Because I think when we're humble, we are reachable from people and also from God.
That's right.
So, so to me, that makes all the difference in the world, man. I'm not trying to be better than nobody, but I'm trying to be me. And I try to listen to what God has to say to me. And so far, it's been a blessing for me and other people as well. Thank God for that.
Well, that's powerful because um, I noticed that a lot. I noticed that you are a great mentor to a lot of us. I'll say a lot of us, a lot of the up and coming musicians, singers and artists, people that want to be artists. Uh,
Hmm.
and you are a great inspiration, man. And if they would only listen, now I'll put that out there. If they would only listen, but you are a great mentor. I do see Patrick Hollis. He said, "My guys," so he's online watching right now.
Bless you.
Good morning to you, Patrick
Bless
Hollis.
you. Yeah,
Um,
that's one. That's one of my mentors too, man. It's all good. Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah.
And if they would only listen, I'm gonna say it again. If they would only listen, you are a full book of wisdom. And uh, I'll say this: my father loved your music as well. He's gone on to be with the Lord, but he loved. We would play uh, gospel for. I'm talking about almost every day or every weekend. Or he said, "Man, that Jordine is right." I see. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So you were loved around the country, and you're loved around the world. And let me say this to you, for what it's worth, because people see me to who I am and what I am, but I'm a child of God. So that means I am somebody. But I want to
That's
say
correct.
this to you. You have been an inspiration to me, and the songs and how you carry yourself. It
Thank
goes a
you.
long ways with people, how they watch you and up and down the road. And you're personable. You know how to speak to people. You're very friendly. Anybody can take pictures with you, anybody can come up and talk to you. And then you'll give them a word of wisdom too.
Right.
That
That's
means
right.
a lot.
Well, see, I feel like the lower we go, the higher God will raise you. I've had a chance to talk to a lot of young guys as well, because I want to see them do well in this
Yes.
ministry. Because as we age, then there's some that comes behind us, and they're good singers, man. They're great singers, and I like to see them prosper. And because a word, I think about sometime that when the world ends, you know, music and singing gonna still be going on. So that
Right.
means that it's purpose now as well as the future to come. So I just try to listen to what God has to say. I'll put in me and place it so it bless people. Now, my thing is, sometimes we look for the big numbers for the blessing to come. But according to the word, if one comes, then even heavens rejoice. So that's big, as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. So it
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be a major, even if it's just one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. So we just try to put a word out in song that'll bless somebody. And whatever happens, happens. And we're human, which means we're not gonna be at our best every time we hit the floor. We're not gonna sound our best every time we hit the floor. But when God intervenes, it'll make the difference in whatever is going on at that
Yes, sir.
point. I
Yes,
just
sir.
want to be blessed for my humbleness.
Yes, sir. And I know you got a new walk.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh
You got
yeah,
a
oh
new
yeah.
life and a new walk.
That's strange. It's strange. My tenor singer at the time, Tony Mason,
Yes, sir.
had come to me, and we were just sitting around talking, and then I was telling him about a story, and he was sitting on the couch, and he jumped up and said, "Man, that's me." He kept saying, "That's me, that's me, that's me."
Mm-hmm.
We will welcome up, and then he told me his story, and so I laid the song together, bam, just like that, and I centered it around him because of what he had gone through at that time. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then you find out that millions and million people got a new walk, you know what I'm saying? That
Yes,
kind of
sir.
thing. So,
Yes, sir.
and it's still relevant today. People still ask for that today, and that's been a long time since we recorded that. But that's
Mm.
all good. That's all good.
Oh, yeah. And please don't stop singing it, because that's a kicker right there, man. That's a drive right there. But
It's a
Tony,
drive.
now Tony, you touched my heart. I'm gonna tell you something. You probably didn't know this, but Tony and I, we were very good friends. We would talk on the phone.
Okay, okay.
And when my season of playing for Spencer Taylor, because I played organ patches for Spencer
Hmm.
Taylor a few years
Hmm.
back, and I was on the bus with him, and Tony had rolled with us. I think
Okay.
we went to Meridian, Mississippi, somewhere. But
Right, right.
he had wrote us, and man, we just start talking and talking about things. And I'm talking about that guy he was full of wisdom, musical
Yeah,
wisdom for real. People didn't really know. I don't think people
yeah.
really knew.
I don't think so either. Cause see, Tony used to do a lot of things as far as getting male courses together, choirs together. He knew that music, man, and he knew how to orchestrate it as well. Yeah,
Yes,
so it
sir.
goes deeper. He goes deeper than just gospel for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I tell you what, let's do this. I see everyone, some numbers are coming up, and I see everybody coming on. I want to say good morning to Pastor Charlie Freeman out of Ormond Beach, Florida. And I did see a guy by the name of uh, Little Honey Walker. I think that might be his son, but he said good morning to us. So I see everybody coming on. You just now tuning in. If you are just not tuning in, you're tuning into the Praise Factory show on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube all at the same time. We are streaming live all at the same time with my very, very good friend, a man of wisdom, a man of knowledge, Dr. George Dean of the Gospel 4. And we're gonna play another one of these hits that I love. I got to play it. It's the new walk and the new life and all that stuff. If you have been changed. This is something that's gonna make you move. And you might want to hold on to your computer and your devices, your iPads and all that, because it might rattle a little bit because of this song. But this is by George Dean and the Gospel 4. I love this man. I love how he lets God use him in his own way. He's, as he said before, he's not trying to be like nobody else, but he just wants to be like God will have him to be. And I love that about him. So this is New Walk by George Dean and the Gospel 4. Y'all stay right here because we'll be right back.
Is anybody here got a new way of living? Anybody got a new way of giving? What I want you to do is get up out of the seats. Come on and help us move ahead and give God some praise. If y'all don't mind, come on.
Now I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell everybody just like this. I was about to get up and do that new walk. I really was. But by how my legs is set up this morning, I said, no, I better just nod my head. But I was about to do that new walk. Because I'm telling you, that is what and I'm talking about you can exercise and everything. I remember how y'all used to, man. Boy, Tony, all I see is Tony in my head.
Yeah,
All I
yeah, 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 yeah,
see. I
yeah.
mean, I'm gonna say this to you. And he had when I say y'all had some people picking them up, putting them down. I'm talking about, I don't care. They were all sizes, shapes, forms, and sizes. And they were putting them up and picking them up. Man, that's the new walk. Listen, y'all, this is the Praise Factory show, and I have my very special guest. Uh, uh, I want to call you. I want to give you a title so bad. I want to say Bishop, Doctor,
Uh-uh.
Apostle. You say,
No, 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 no. I'm just
George
George.
Dean,
Yeah,
just George.
just George, man. Just George.
George Dean of the Gospel Four. So before we end this, I want to ask you this question as far as coming up, um, encouraging people. Well, before we go to that, I'll say this: there are some obstacles you had in your life, and you had to handle some things and some challenges along the way. Um, 1966 was a long time ago. And I
Correct.
know that God has brought you, but you had some struggles. And I'm speaking on the musical aspect. I know back then too, you probably couldn't go everywhere. Um, and I know it was probably some treatment that you got. How did you handle that? How did you overcome some of that treatment, if you understand what I mean,
Well,
back then?
yeah. Back then, we actually had a chance to go cross seas,
Okay.
uh, and but this is how God gave me favor. I worked on this job like 38 years, but it was like I could go
Mm-hmm.
and come back like nothing has never happened. My boss would say, "Oh, well, welcome back," because of my humility, even with the job,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I had a lot of people under me. At one point, I had almost 400 some people that was under me.
Oh.
But but it was kind of like God made provision for my music, even
Mm-hmm.
through my job,
Mm-hmm.
because I could go and come. But I did it respectfully, I wouldn't take advantage of the situation.
All right.
But I would just say to the boss, I got this. And he said, okay, no, fine. So you, when you get back, et cetera, et cetera. But on the other hand, when other things needed to be done and he asked me, I made sure that was taken care of
Uh,
because he, in essence, was taking care of me. But as far as I was concerned, it was the Lord making it all happen.
right.
So even through my work days, I could still minister through the music, different places, different places. And yes, I've had my obstacles,
Mm-hmm.
ups and downs, which is part of life. But I treat it the same way. And I figure according to how I live is according to how God blessed me. And,
Mm-hmm.
don't get me wrong, I haven't been a saint all my life. I've done some things wrong. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like the wrong thing also taught me some other things about life, which make me change to make sure I don't do those things, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
But through all those course of things, God still blessed me. It was the music actually that not only is to me first, if that makes any sense.
Yes,
The
sir.
music is to me first. So what it does for me, especially if there's a great feel, then I feel like that feel will also be good for somebody else as well. And that's another reason that I could always stay humble, man, because I wanted to hear what God really has to say to me. You know, I have like a catalog of songs that I haven't even touched,
Mm-hmm.
but when it's necessary or a good time for it, God always brings it back to me. You know, I got one laying in my head now that I got to go and do something about because it's been there for a minute and it's kind of been messing with me, and it had to do with what's really happening in our world today.
Mm-hmm.
God wants us to stay in place. You know, that's all I'm gonna say about the song, though, because until
Mm-hmm.
I get it out, but it's more to it
Right.
than just that. But
I got
but
you.
but I've had my struggles. You know, that's part of life. But
Mm-hmm.
struggle also can come to make you wiser, come to make you better, depending on how we use it or what we
That's right.
do. You know, but I just try to make sure I treat people right, man, regardless. And I've had, a lot of things happen to me from people, blah blah blah, that even that I've blessed. But
Mm-hmm.
that's okay. The thing was I blessed, so I get my blessing from blessing. So I don't even let that bother me as well. But it's just kind of like life, man. Kind of like life. I see. I had a brother that started with me. He's not with me now, but he was actually the lead singer. He was playing bass, I was playing lead, but he was the one that could really, 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 really lead. And but even with that, I wrote a lot of his. Well, I wrote just about all his songs.
Mm-hmm.
I'd call him up on the phone, say, "Man, I got this right here." He said, "Well, sing a little bit of it." I sang a little bit of it, and boom, 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 boom. He got it, just like that. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So I had a chance to do a lot of things in his life. Yet there are always going to be some. Life has obstacles that's just going to show towards you. You just got to meet them. If you meet them with grace, and God make sure that everything turned from your face. If we treat it with grace, should I say it like that?
Yes,
See, I'm
sir.
writing a song already. See, but anyway, uh, it's just life, man. And I've had a chance to, like you said, be with a lot of groups, man, majors, and I respected them because they were out there doing their thing. And then I
Mm-hmm.
listened, and a lot of them has given me great pointers as well. That's my life.
Well, I got to go here. I got to say one name, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that one name, and then we're gonna end this interview this morning. But Lee Williams. Lee Williams.
See, what people may not realize is me and Lee and I, we knew each other 30 something years or more,
Mm-hmm.
but the world didn't really know Lee Williams like who Lee Williams was.
Mm-hmm.
And so one day he called me, said, I want to meet with you. I said, okay. So we talked for a minute. He said, man, this record company is trying to sign me. I
Mm-hmm.
said, well, who is it? And he told me, I said, man, that's a major company. Uh, uh, but he wanted to know what did I think. And I said, man, if I were you, I'd go and sit and talk with them, see what they have to offer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes and he talks to the record company, right? The record company calls me, said, I'm trying to sign Lee Williams, but he won't sign unless you produce a project. I said, what? I said, say that again. They said it again. I said, okay. So I called him. So when I called him, I said, Lee, he started laughing. He started laughing, man. I said, man, what's so funny? I haven't said nothing to you. What's so funny?
Uh-huh.
I know why you calling me. I know why you calling me. I said, man, what's going on here? The only thing he said is, you can do it. You can do it. But it was a trust factor. It was a
Yes,
trust
sir.
factor.
Yes, sir.
And so I was in I was in a position where, if things would look like they weren't gonna go right, I could say to that record company, actually this and that, blah blah blah. So it
Right.
worked out. It worked out. It really did. And it was a blessing to me because he wanted Stella off of He Laid His Hands on Me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that for him. and so it was a blessing to come back to me as well as them take care of me for doing what I'm doing. But and man, that was a nice journey. That was a great journey. He and I and all of the QCs, man. That
Yeah.
was a great, fantastic journey, man. God blesses those guys, man, like never seen before. It was
Yeah.
almost like God said, "I got you." Bam, go. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man. And that Joker know he would sing.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah,
man.
I see Patrick Hollis is witnessing. He said that's the truth, and I
Yes,
believe.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And don't fool yourself. Patrick can sing, man.
Yes,
Patrick
sir.
can sing. At that time, he was playing drums. Then
Yeah.
he went from playing drums to singing in the background as well. Now he got his own thing, but I'm saying he was in that era, man, and it was just a nice journey. It was a great journey, man. I promise you. I was just happy to be a part of that situation.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I'm telling
remember
you.
when Patrick was with his brothers, the Hollis brothers,
Oh
back
man,
then.
you go back. You go back.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a
Okay. I
good.
see Tim Frierson says sung one of my songs with Mr. Josh Miles. I found Jesus.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, found Jesus. Yeah, right on time.
Yes,
On
sir.
time. I didn't know Fryson wrote that. That's a great song, man.
Yeah.
And,
He
and,
said
and and I hope
my
he hear me.
yeah. Oh, he hear you. He hear you. He can see you too. Well,
Yeah.
everybody, this is George, Dean of the Gospel for, and I'm talking about the man behind the music. Have He's just a phenomenal. I call him a young man. He's a phenomenal young man and man of God. We love his music. Listen, I'm going to continue to play your music. I don't care
Thank you.
where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm with. I'm going to always continue to play George Dean in the Gospel for. And I want to just tell you, thank you, man. This is a 1 hour show that I do every Sunday morning. But I want to tell you, thank you for just being so nice, because people don't have to be nice to you, but when they're
That's
nice, then
true.
you say thank you. So I
That's
really
true.
appreciate you. I honor you, especially on today, and I hope that everyone shares this live, and it's going to be playing over again throughout the day, duration of the day, and tomorrow morning, so people can see it again, replay, and after church. And y'all, the ones that have going to church, and then you come after, hey, get on and look at what we're talking about with Dr. George Dean of the Gospel for
Yes.
many hits, many years. Man, I tell you, and I'm gonna say this because I can, because I'm the bishop of music, and I may make some people mad, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. But I'm gonna say this to you, Doctor. You haven't been given what you really deserve, and many have said it. And if it's in my power, and some other my colleague, my radio colleagues, we're gonna do something real special. And when we do it, I'm gonna give you a call. I'm gonna say dress in your best and let's make it happen. But we're gonna really seriously, because uh I just say this. You see different artists come up here, there, here, and there. And I always think, well, what about George Dean? What about George Dean? Yeah, I'm going to always say your name. I'm always put your name in rooms that you're not in.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
And as far as
Thank
booking, I know that you stay busy,
you. Yes,
but
sir.
you could be busier.
Yeah,
you
pretty
know?
busy right now.
You're pretty busy, right? Oh, okay, that's good. Then
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
gonna overload you, because I was gonna put it out there. Call them if you want them to come to your city.
Yeah, we actually have a new release. Should be coming out about August 15th. We'll see how that goes.
I was just getting ready to ask you about your new
Okay,
music. Let
okay.
everybody know about your new music. So August, what date?
August 15th.
August 15th.
August
All right.
15th is what's projected. Yeah.
Okay. And there's a new single,
No, no, it's full record.
full record. That's
Yeah,
I just wanted to hear you say it. I just wanted to hear you say it. Full record. Okay. Okay. And that's
full
produced
record.
by you, or who is that produced by?
It's an old and new, but still
Okay.
full record.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So we just believe in God that it's gonna sell out, and you ain't gonna have no more room at all. Period. They're gonna
I'll
be
take
gone.
that. I'll take that. God makes room now. He makes room.
How can people contact you if they want to contact you to book you, bring you to their city, their church, their event? How can they reach you?
They can call 901 They can email uh, DeanGeorgeG4 at gmail.com, and I'll get it to the right person to make sure they'll answer. It's
Awesome.
Dean, DeanGeorge, the letter G, number 4, at gmail.com, or 901-596-4763.
Awesome. 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 Well, one last thing. Everybody, smile in your face.
What happened?
Are your friend. I
Yeah.
can't do it like you. But that's your song.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, man. It's funny how that song came, but hey, man, some stories I can't tell, but they still come. They still come. But that's crazy. That's crazy, man. And you know what? That song can pretty much relate to anybody, any age. So that makes a difference in the song as well. So that song is usually asked for everywhere we go,
Yes, sir.
which is
That's a kicker.
yeah,
That's a kicker.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I got a few minutes left, so I want to say thank you again, man. Let me put that number, the contact number, in the comment box because someone's asking for it right now. So if you could
Okay.
repeat that number, the contact number, and I'm gonna put it in the box for.
It is 901-596-4763. Again, 901-596-4763.
All right, I got it right there, and then I'm gonna put George Dean contact and that email address.
It is all lowercase Dean, Dean, George, George,
Mm-hmm.
the letter G, the number 4 at gmail.com.
Okay, repeat that email address one more time for me.
Dean,
Mm-hmm.
George, the letter G, the number 4 at gmail.com.
Oh, that's easy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. So I gave it to the viewers, and I put it in the comment box so they can contact you and book you. And man, I appreciate you. The clock on the wall is saying that we got to get out of here. So thank you so much.
Okay.
We will stay in touch, and I'm gonna have to get you to Daytona, New Smyrna area. I am.
No problem. No problem, sir.
So
No problem.
we're gonna work on that.
Sounds
Well,
like a winner.
you have a good day. And final note, if it's something that you can encourage somebody along the way, how would you encourage them? What would you say to them?
I would tell them to stay in place, stand in faith, and just watch God work.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Just
All
like
right.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Everybody, you have heard it. You heard it this morning. Please play the replay. Today I can't even talk because he's just a man. He's full of wisdom. Awesome interview. Thank you so much for getting up this morning George Dean and the Gospel 4, phenomenal. Go get their music. They have some older music and they got some new music coming out in August. Listen, book them. You have the information down, the number, contact them. They're all over social media, so you can't miss them. But I want to say thank you. Have a wonderful Sunday, and may God bless you and your ministry. And I know you're gonna stay humble, and because you got a new walk.
Yes, sir. And that sticks with me.
Yes, sir. And everybody that's smiling your face.
They're just not your friend, man. I'm sorry. Just life, they did Jesus the same way. I want to tell you, appreciate it, man. I really appreciate you doing this, and we're able to talk to people, and people listen to us as well. And great ministry you have there. Take care of yourself, man.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot. I'm
Yes,
honored.
sir.
All right. Be blessed.
And you as well.
All right. Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you. All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here on the Praise Factory. I'm out of here. It's 2 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. I'm a little over, but I'm out of here. And I want just to say thank you to everybody that have come in and viewed and listened to this great gospel music. As George Dean just said it, y'all, everybody that's smiling your face ain't your friend. So I'm out of here. I'm your boy, Minister J. Carson, better known as the Bishop of Music, right here on the Praise Factory Show, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Y'all know it's going to be a replay. So for those of you that are going to watch this replay, #replay. So I know that you have listened and viewed it. Also, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell. Then you'll know when we come on every Sunday morning. Till next Sunday. Peace. Y'all have a beautiful day. Get your business straight. That's just what George Dean said. Get your business straight. Peace.
Well, come on here. Let's see, y'all. Let me just say this. God expected me. Now is the time to fall. If you want to make it through those pearly gates, God expected me to get it. God expected me to get my business straight. Now is the time to fall. If I want to make it through those pearly gates, God expected me to get my business. Let me say one thing. God don't need no lion to do his blessed will. He's looking for someone who will climb the rugged hill. Somebody in the word of God just won't hesitate. God expected you to get your business straight. Oh, God expected me to get my business straight. Now is the time to fall. If you want to make it through those pearly gates, God expected me to get my. Let me say it again. God don't need no liar to do his blessed will. He's looking for somebody who will climb the rugged hill. Somebody in the word of God just won't hesitate. God expected me to get mine. I got to hurry along and tell I got to get my business straight. I got to get my business straight. Get my business straight. I got to get my business straight. Get my business straight. You know what? I don't have time to get in your business. I got to take all my time for my own business. I got to get my business straight. I got to get my business straight. I got to get my business straight. Let me tell you one thing. Nicodemus, he came to the Lord by night. said, I got to get my business. I got to get my business. I got to get my business straight. I got to get my business straight. I got to get my business straight. And what I want you to do, what I want you to do, listen, if you got a problem with your fellow man, if you got a problem with your fellow man, you know what? Go to your fellow man. Go to your fellow man. You know what you gotta do? You got to straighten it out. Straighten it out. Straighten it out. You got to straighten it out. And get your business. Get your business. You got to get your business. And what I want you to do, what I want you to do, I want you to turn to the side. Turn to the side.
Hey everybody, this is Billy Creighton of Orlando, Florida, and you're listening to the Praise Factory Show with the Bishop of Music, Minister J. Carson.